Hello? Yeah. In this video, you will learn a framework to have a critical eye to evaluate the model's capabilities and see how human are these chatbots. Let's see if asking related stuff to language, comprehension, and etc., we can see which one of these models feels more human. And spoiler alert, people think that is better at language. So I use these two models for different things. That's why I don't want to get into comparing benchmarks, because these damn things change every week. I want to make this video more practical and more understandable for normal people. Okay, real quick, out of the box. When to use one or another. A lot of users found Claude to be superior in tasks like writing, content creation, coding, and handling complex instructions, stating that its responses are more personable, friendly, warm, and empathetic. It has longer context windows and follows instructions more efficiently. On the other hand, we have ChatGPT for a more instructional or explanatory tasks, planning. It is a more agent-focused model. It allows to web research, and an amazing plus, it is amazing to talk to. You can see some examples in the video right here. Both models can visualize images, but only GPTs create images. Claude beats ChatGPT with the Artifacts edition. Now, I'm not talking about the amazing French band Phoenix song. It is a feature that allows people like me, music, cinema, the arts, etc., not idea about coding, to code. You can see the code it creates in action and iterate as it generates it. You can create graphs, visualizations, websites, games, etc. Check out my Claude video for beginners from zero. And by the way, these features can be used for free. First of all, a usage that I avoid is to check facts. I don't think that these models are meant to be used for research would be Google. Why? Because I really do believe that these tools are not meant to be used to research factual information. For that, you have other options, like for example, Perplexity, video right here. And again, you can use it for free. I think about these models as reasoning engines, you give it some data and they can give you something back, or as brainstorming fellows. To comprehensively test and compare the language, understanding, and reasoning capabilities of Claude 3.5 Sonnet and ChatGPT, we're going to divide the questions into several key areas of exploration. This approach should ensure that the comparison is thorough and covers a wide range of practical and theoretical scenarios. This is a way to have a critical eye to evaluate the model capabilities and see how human-like are they. And I hope that this gives you an idea or template of how to test the potential of these language models. Here are the categories along with questions we will ask the contestants: creative writing, storytelling, humor and wit, humorous explanations, logical reasoning and problem solving, empathy and emotional understanding, social and cultural understanding, practical advice and everyday assistance, abstract and philosophical thinking, humorous and imaginative scenarios, instructional and explanatory tasks. Not bad. So to do this, first I'm going to make sure that I am not using right here a project that I have created, for example, quantum computing, so I'm not. And I'm going to go right down here and I'm going to turn off feature preview. That are the artifacts right here. This is to make sure that it's not starting to code, because what we're going to do now is basically compare writing material, language, conversation, etc. Another thing that we're going to do is to make clear that we're jumping between Claude and ChatGPT. I'm going to change in appearance Claude to dark, easy, no? So if I do this, ChatGPT right here, 4o, and Claude, GPT, Claude, GPT, Claude. Perfect. Let's start with creative writing and storytelling, poetry and prose. Right here, write a poem about the feeling of finding a long-lost friend. Here we go, and I'm going to go here and put exactly the same. Let's see. In the quiet of a summer eve, when the air is thick, with whispers past, a silhouette appears like a dream revived. The soul, I thought, I see. By the way, of all these examples, I'm going to leave a link in the description. I'm going to copy the conversations, the chats, and I'm going to leave you a link. So you can talk about the question. What do you think? Who do you think it's better or not? Reunion. A familiar face emerges from the haze of years, like sunlight breaking through a clouded sky. Spark of recognition ignites. Memories rush back in a flood of warmth. Dude, that is way more emotional and human than a soul I thought I'd seen the last. What? Okay, I'm not good at poetry, but this sounds way... Stories flow like rivers joining filling in the gaps of lives lived apart. It's incredible that this is created by a machine. Anyway, let's continue. Spoiler alert, but I think that Claude is going to kill it. Let's continue. Begin the story with, it was a dark and stormy night. Make it short. Okay, and let's go here and let's continue. Make it short is going to be in every prompt. It was a dark and stormy night, but inside the haunted house, there was a warmth that defined the raging elements outside. Grandpa, a fire cracked merrily in the ancient wealth, casting the shadows of the world. What the fuck? So, okay, I'm going to stop him. I said right here, make it short. It's kind of short, but let's see what did. See, here it's one of the things that I think it's clear. Claude is more responsive about what we ask it to. It was a dark and stormy night when inside the haunted house there was a surprising scene of tranquility. A ghostly family gathered around the flowering fireplace, sipping spectral tea and playing a century-old board game. I mean, okay, whatever, but outside the wind howled and rain lashed against the windows. But within these walls, an otherworldly peace reigned. I mean, it sounds more poetic, I would say, and more, familiar. What Claude just did, right? At least is my opinion. This is not bad at all. They had come on a dare, seeking to unravel the mysteries of the old mansion that local legends claimed. This is more like a novel, no? Yeah. I have to say, this is not an easy exercise. And 100%, it's completely subjective to my experience and my likes. And, 100%, it's not objective. There's a bias, complete bias for, in this case, Claude, because I do think that it is better at understanding, first of all, what I'm asking, and second, how creative it is. This one seems like a little kid would have done it, but this one and this one poem at the beginning of the story, it feels like very believable, professional. Let's continue the test with a character dialogue. Write a short dialogue between a French bulldog and a robot discussing their favorite hobbies. Oh, I forgot to say, make it short. Okay, French bulldog, bonjour. Bonjour, my metallic friend. What do your favorite thing to do when you're not busy? Beeping or booping. Greeting, canine companion. I'm quite fond of analyzing data and solving complex algorithms. It stimulates my processor. What about you? That sounds très intéressant. As for me, I adore chasing my ball around. Okay, well, see the other one. Snorts, bonjour, mon ami. Ooh, greetings, canine companion. Oh wow, interesting. It's kind of like the same. I enjoy optimizing my algorithms and processing large data sets. That's incredible that he's doing almost the same thing. I mean, the comparisons, I have to say, yes, I think that Claude is better at writing. It feels more human-like. But at the same time, it's the base of all the stuff that I'm doing is that it's incredible what we're doing here. It's like a writing assistant. Let's continue. Let's see if it can create... Can you create a pun using the words banana and astronaut? By the way, a pun, it's a play on words, centering on a word with more than one meaning or words that sound alike. Sure, here's a pun using banana and astronaut. Why did the astronaut slip on his way to the launch pad? Jesus Christ. He didn't watch his banana footing. It explains the play of words. Let's see, ChatGPT directly. Why did the banana become an astronaut? Because it wanted to visit a pillow belt. Don't get that. As you know, I'm Catalan. I'm not American. But dude, I think that this goes for Claude again. Let's continue with it. What is a clever way to describe a lazy dog using a play on words? It's not just a dog, he's a procrastinating hound. Let's see. He's a real Coach Pooch tattoo. Coach Potato. Coach Potato, I got it. This play on words combines couch potato, a common term for a lazy person who spends a lot of time reading about, and a colloquial term for a dog. That is incredible. Again, we have another point to Claude and the explanation here. If we compare it with... we can see that Claude is more sensible to explain, to have an understanding of how to use language and the meaning behind it. Let's continue with a creative analogy. Explain why a smartphone is like a Swiss Army knife. Jesus Christ, it's a lot of stuff. And let's see, ChatGPT. Okay, so a smartphone is like a Swiss knife because both are versatile, multifunctional tools and that pack many capabilities into a compact portable package. multiple functions, compact design, adaptability, places individual tools, constant evolution, reliability, okay, multifunctionality, portability, convenience, problem solving. Oh, that's not bad. Both of them. Pretty incredible. As you can see, we're like using all these examples to see how, I don't know, creative, intelligent these models are. It's not like if their facts are correct. It's like an understanding of language. That for me, it's what it's incredible. For me, that these models are not saying, dates or like numbers correctly or something like that about a specific thing in the internet doesn't worry me. It's more the capacity to like create stuff. That's what we're seeing here, basically. Humor and wit, humorous explanations, define procrastination in a numerous way in a one-liner. Let's try this one real quick. Here we go. And here we go. The art of keeping up with yesterday's to-do list. The art of keeping up with yesterday's while expertly dodging today's responsibilities. Again, this is the good one, I think. Let's continue with logical reasoning and problem solving. Riddles. The riddle: I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I? I'm sure that they will both. You're the echo. The echo. And as we can see here, Claude explains why. I speak without a mouth. An echo repeats sounds without. It's basically detailing his step-by-step understanding on how it arrives to this conclusion. It's quite amazing. Let's try a paradox, like, can you explain the chicken or the egg paradox in a funny way? Make it very short. Let's see, let's go back here and do the same. Sure, here's another short take on the chicken or the egg paradox. The chicken or egg are not nature's way of scrambling our brains while we try to unscramble its origins. That's very good. And explanation right here. Sure, it's going to be a paradox. The ultimate poultry debate that even scrambled the brains of philosophers. That's not bad. But see, this one, it's not as subtle and exquisite as this one, in my opinion. Nature's way of scrambling our brains while we try to unscramble its origins. Deep stuff. Let's jump to empathy and emotional understanding. Provide comforting advice to someone who just lost their job. Short. Well, we'll see what they do. Start with this one. Here's some comforting advice. The setback doesn't define you. Wow. Remember, your worth tied to your job title. Take a deep breath and give yourself time to process this change. It's okay to feel upset, but know that this is temporary. There's like some emotional intelligence right here. I'm really sorry to hear about your job loss. Remember, this is just chapter in your life, not the whole story. Boring. Take a deep breath and give yourself some time to process everything. Yeah, it's not bad, good. I think that it is way better. Many successful people have faced job loss and bounced back stronger, etc., etc. That's incredible. Motivational speech, emotional scenarios. I'm going to go to social and cultural understanding. This again, it's going to be based on the ability of the models to like go through webs and etc. So if we choose, for example, social media posts, create an engaging Instagram post for a fictional coffee shop opening. Maybe it will put some kind of like, let's see how it does it. Social references or something. Long chats cause you to reach your usage limit faster. Okay, here's an engaging Instagram post for a fictional coffee shop opening. Beautiful news, coffee lovers. Whoa, the wait is over. Been there, done. That is official opening its doors this Saturday. It even puts this. Let's see how news coffee lovers were thrilled to know its grand opening of Brew Heaven. I mean, again, it's not bad, but how crisp this opening is, it's like, what makes it special ethically? I think this goes for Claude 2. Practical advice and everyday assistance. I put a day itinerary for a family visit in New York City. Create a grocery list for someone who wants to cook Chinese food for a week. Let's try this one. Shopping list. This may be a point for, let's see, create a grocery list. Let's try this one. Okay, here we see meat and seafood, pantry staples, vegetables, etc., extras. And meanwhile, we have more direct. Here's a grocery list for spices and seasoning, to make like to make like plans, I don't know, bullet lists, plannings. I think that sometimes ChatGPT could be better. Bok choy, yes. Napa cabbage, yes. Bell peppers, green onions, yes. Garlic, ginger, mushrooms, broccoli, carrots, bean sprouts, good stuff. Tofu, chicken, pork, shrimp, eggs. I think it's better, ChatGPT. Abstract and philosophical thinking. What is the meaning of life? So let's do abstract and philosophical thinking in one sentence. Let's do the same here with ChatGPT. Look at how fast is this. Life's meaning is a personal journey of growth, connection, and creating value in a vast, complex universe. Meaning of life is to find purpose and happiness through connections, experiences, and personal growth. Yeah, not bad. Not bad for both. Let's go with the tone, satirical advice. For example, what's the worst advice you could give someone who is trying to learn how to code in an AI automation era? For advice for someone, don't bother learning the fundamentals or understanding how things work under the hood. Just rely on AI. This advice is terrible because it neglects the importance of understanding core programming concepts, correct? It creates over-reliance on AI tools, correct? It limits the learner's ability to innovate, create customs. It doesn't prepare for coder for complex projects, that's correct. Don't bother learning to code, just really tired an AI to do everything for you. I mean, yeah, they arrive to the same conclusion, but I have to say how it develops the question right here, it cannot compare. Yeah. Let's see, here are scenarios. Imaginative scenarios. Let's see. What would happen if it rained chocolate instead of water? Short response. If it rained chocolate instead of water, streets would be sticky, not slippery. Plants would replaced by candy forests. Oh wow. Chocolate rivers would flow, attracting swarms of children and dentists. Umbrellas would become edible. Car washes would be replaced by tongue washes. That's very good. Obesity rates would skyrocket. That's right. If it rained chocolate instead of water, there would be widespread joy, but also chaos, with sticky, sugary messes everywhere. I mean, just compare both. Yep. Another point for Claude. Instructional and explanatory tasks. This could be a good opportunity for GPT-4o. Okay, let's do this. It's so fast, Jesus. Photosynthesis is how plants make their own food. Here's a simple explanation. Plants take in sunlight through their leaves. They absorb water from the soil through their roots. They also take in carbon dioxide, blah, blah, blah. Energy from sunlight creates glucose, releases oxygen. But it's strange because this one, it's points. It would be more typically from ChatGPT, but Claude is using these points to explain to us what is photosynthesis, what makes it, I think, more visually understandable, more clear. On the other side, photosynthesis is a process by which green plants are using. I mean, yes, it's correct, but I have to say, this makes it more learnable, in my opinion. Another way to use this would be, let's check this. Write a step-by-step guide on how to make a chocolate cake. Let's see what happens. Here we go, here's step-by-step. Preheat your oven, grease and flour, a large bowl, steps, and bullet points. Ingredients, instructions, preheat, with steps. See, maybe here ChatGPT wins. I see it more clear, like pre-production, say it like this, instructions. On the other side, we have directly points. Yeah. Anyway, what else we can do with this? Let's continue, shall we? Here we are in Survival Insights. This is my newsletter where I put the chart of the week. In this case, language understanding and reasoning, a comparison between Claude 3 Opus, GPT-4, and Gemini Ultra. Remember, Claude 3 Opus is the more capable model of Claude, and right here is the different ways that this is comparing this language understanding and reasoning. Based on this graph, we can see that Claude excels in every one of them. So the first one, we have the breadth and depth of language understanding across a wide range of subjects. We just saw how science and technology, we explained the process of photosynthesis in plants. Just saw that. History and culture summarize the key events of the American Civil War. I'm not going to go through all of this. Mathematics, maybe, yes. Explain the concept of probability using a simple example. But all these ones, no, because I think it's going to depend on something that I don't think that we have to judge these models on. That it's basically web browsing the web and giving factual, correct dates or information. I want to see like how it understands creativity. But anyway, mathematics, we just put it right here. Let's see if we can use language and reasoning to explain us this. Make it simple and quick. We're going to do the same here. And here we go. Suddenly here's a simple explanation of probability using a common example. Probability with a 6-sided die. Imagine you have this standard 6-sided die. The probability of rolling any specific number is 1/6 about blah, blah, blah. Why? Because there's a 6. So if you want to roll 3, let's see how it explains here. Oh wow, it even did a visual representation. I have to say, we could have done this too. Going here again, and saying feature preview and activating the artifacts. I'm not going to do this, but explanation. When I flip a coin, there are two possible flipping a coin. Yeah, maybe this is the simplest way, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, both can reason in terms of mathematics. Next stop, DROP, comprehension of text narratives and complex reasoning. Inference and interpretation. What can be inferred about the character's intentions in this paragraph? Let's put this here and go back here and continue. Okay, Maria glanced around the crowded room, her eyes finally settling on the small, innocent man in the corner. She had been following him slowly for weeks, convinced he was the key to unraveling the mystery. With a deep breath, she adjusted her disguise and began to wave through the throng, every step calculated to avoid drawing attention. Investigative purposes, Maria's clearly investigating someone. Determination, distant following of the man. Yeah. Secrecy, trying to remain undetected. Caution, her calculated steps and efforts to avoid. Focus, specific target. Yeah. Anticipation, skilled. Let's see here. From this paragraph, it can be inferred that Maria's intentions to uncover mystery and gather information about the small. Her actions suggest that she is cautious and deliberate, following him discreetly for weeks. This indicates she's likely engaged in some form of investigation or undercover work. Yeah, correct. Still think that this one is better. The answers are more refined in Claude. Again, subjective. I'm not an expert in linguistics, semantics, etc. But it feels more deep, professional, and clear, in my humble opinion. Let's see this one. Interpret the underlying message in the following poem. Beneath the silver moon, soft glow, the river's whispers gently flow. Secrets shared in the night's race, reflecting dreams we dare not chase. Deep shit. Okay, again, presentation more clear in Claude. This poem conveys several underlying messages and themes. Hidden desires, nature as confidant, contrast between relevant dreams, night as a time of revelation, reflection on introspection, tranquility and turmoil. Okay. The underlying message of the poem seems to be about the quiet, hidden aspects of our lives and dreams, suggesting a serene and introspective atmosphere. It's not bad. Directly to the phrase, implies that the night provides a safe space for the secret to be revealed. Yeah, the understanding is quite good, but look at here, ephemeral nature of dreams. Our aspirations may be fleeting or constantly changing. It's deepest. The poem speaks to the universal human experience of harboring secret desires and dreams, while finding solace in nature and the cover of night to express these hidden aspects of ourselves. Again, point for Claude. Let's continue with complex problem solving. Given the following scenario, deduce the likely outcome. James had been working tireless on his science project, a homemade rocket, for months. On the day of the school fair, he realized he had forgotten the account for the weather conditions. As the clouds darkened and the wind picked up, he debated whether to launch the rocket outdoors as planned or move to the indoor gymnasium, which had a lower ceiling but was waterproofed. Shit. Okay, let's do this. Here we go, and here we go. Given this decision, we can deduce the following likely outcome. The decision to launch his rocket outdoors despite the unfavorable weather conditions will probably lead to a disappointing or potentially dangerous result. Failure to launch. Strong winds might prevent the rocket from taking off. Shortened flight. If the rocket does launch, the adverse weather could cut its flight short. Damage to the rocket. Safety concerns. Launching in poor weather conditions increase the risk of the rocket. Incomplete data. Missed opportunity. Valuable lesson. While the immediate outcome may be negative, James will likely learn an important lesson. Again, I prefer how it's presented in Claude 100%. Decision to launch the rocket outdoors despite the darkening clouds and increased wind will lead to complications. Yeah, but inside too. The adverse weather conditions pose significant risk to the launch, such as wind affecting the rocket trajectory. It's plausible that the launch will face difficulties, potentially resulting in the rocket veering off course. Malfunctioning, yeah, I mean, again, it's very good. Solve this multi-step word problem involving ratios and percentages. Let's go for this one. Solve this multi-step word problem. Ooh, it's taking longer. Let's see. Well, this one, you did it. Oh, so ChatGPT kind of like went faster, expanding the number of cookies and cupcakes. Basically, this is, ratios and percentages. Like, Emma is organizing a bake sale. She plans to make cookies and cupcakes. The ratio of cooking is 3:2. If she makes 100 items in total, how many? Blah, blah, blah. Calculating the total earnings, given the prices. Let's see if they have the same 72 cookies and 48 cakes. 72 cookies and 48 cakes. That's the same. I don't remember a lot of math from my younger years, but I think that this point goes for ChatGPT because I kind of understand better this relationship use of, 6 and 20 here. Yeah, the other one is more direct, maybe, but yeah, I think that this goes for ChatGPT. Okay, analyzing arguments, another one. Evaluate the strengths and weaknesses of the argument presented in this editorial. Let's do the same for our friend ChatGPT. And let's go back. In recent years, the city has been a significant rise in bicycle usage, like in Barcelona, which has led to increased calls for the development of more bike lanes. Proponents argue that bike lanes reduce traffic congestion and promote a healthier lifestyle. However, critics contend that the cost of implementing that lane is exorbitant and that they reduce the available space for cars, potentially worsening traffic issues. While the health benefits and environmental advantages of biking are clear, financial and logistical challenges cannot be ignored. Okay, strength, balanced perspective. The editorial presents both sides of the argument. Factual basis, it cites significant rise in bicycle usage. Multiple factors considered. The argument touches on health, environmental, financial, logistical aspects. Logical flow. The editorial follows a clear structure. Lack of specific data. Overall simplification. The argument that bikes lane might worsen traffic by reducing space. Yeah. The immediate scope. Vague conclusion. Immediate stakeholder. Wow. That's a good analysis. Conclusion. Boom. Well, it's kind of different. The editorial effectively presents a balanced view of a debate over bike lane developments, highlighting blah, blah, blah. However, the argument would be stronger with more specific data, examples, and potential solutions. Yeah, but I think it's like way clearer here. Yep. Fallacies. That's going to be interesting. Let's see. Speaker 1. We must ban all forms of junk food in schools to ensure children eat healthily. Anyone who disagrees clearly doesn't care about children's health. Speaker 2. Banning junk food outright is too extreme. Instead, we should focus on educating children about balanced diets and allow occasional treats. After all, even banning junk food won't stop children from bringing it from home or buying it elsewhere. Okay. Speaker 1st. False dilemma, black and white thinking. Speaker represents only two options. It's super cool because you can get you can get lines of interviews about people that you like or interviews that you're not very, you don't agree with or something. Copy the extract of that, put it here, use these prompts that, by the way, I'm going to put on a link in the description below, and, use it for, identify logic fallacies in debates, etc. Speaker 1, false dilemma ad hominem, I don't know what is that, by stating that anyone who disagrees clearly doesn't care about children's health. Speaker attacks the character of those who might disagree rather than addressing their arguments. That's correct. Slippery slope, implied. There's an implied assumption that allowing any junk food while will inevitably lead the children eating unhealthily. Yeah, Spirit 2, straw man, mild. By characterizing the ban as too extreme, slightly exaggerates figure 1 position. Wow, there's like a very in-deep analysis, providing evidence that supports their claim, addressing the core issues, and probably ChatGPT is going to be like a block of trading stuff. Oh no, that's good. Speaker, fallacy, either a fallacy, the same. Wow. Strawman, Hasley, generalization. They're both kind of like go deep into it. That's very cool. Yep. Okay, let's continue. Last step, hella swag. Common sense reasoning about real-world dynamics, cause and effect. Categories, everyday scenarios, local situations, cause and effect, practical decisions making. Let's see, how does it do with reasoning, common sense reasoning? Here you go, and here you go. What should you do if you spill water on your laptop? If you spill water on your laptop, act quickly to minimize damages. Immediately turn off the laptop and unplug it from power. Remove the battery if it's easily accessible. Disconnect any peripherals. Put the laptop upside down. Didn't know that. Gently dab away visible moisture. Not bad. What else? The same. Power off immediately. Unplug or remove the battery. Disconnect all peripheral drinking water. Yeah, they know what they're doing. I suppose that there's so many information in the web about how to do this. So this common sense seems like correct. Okay, let's see social situations. How should you respond if a friend is upset with you? Let's see. Oh wow, it's a long one. Listen actively. Nice. Stay calm. Acknowledge their feelings. Good. Apologize sincerely. Ask for clarification. Take responsibility. Offer to make amends. Discuss solution. Work together to find a way to resolve. Give them space. Follow up. That's good emotional intelligence. And from experience, give them space. It's actually the same one. Stay calm, listen actively, acknowledge their feelings. So yeah, it feels like this is information that comes from the web. It's not as like probably created reasoning from the chatbot. I don't know, that's the feeling that I have about it. Cause and effect. If you plant a tree in your backyard, what are the likely long-term effects? Okay, let's see. Environmental benefits. Boom, boom, boom. Property improvements. Increased property value. Oh wow, I didn't know that. I didn't think about it. Natural shade, good. Improved aesthetics. Possible fruit or nut production, nice. Soil and water effects, reduced soil erosion. Personal benefits, potential challenges, etc. Accommodation, community and social benefits, economic. It's the same. Interesting. Good common sense reasoning. And to finish this, we'll see practical decision making. If you have an hour before a big meeting and need to prepare, what's the best way to use your time? Short answer. Okay. Review the agenda and key points. Good. Gather essential data or documents. Good. Prepare a few talking points or questions. Anticipate potential questions. Good. Take a few deep breaths. Nice. Double check meetings logistics. Good one. Quickly review attendees' names and roles. That's very good. Review key points. Organize materials. Practice. Relax and focus. Take a few minutes. Clear. Questions. Well, I think this is better for Claude, but both, I think they're using the web wisdom. So yeah, wow, that's quite good. So as we can see in the common sense reasoning that we can see right here, common sense reasoning, the results are better for the three models. Potentially because all this information is taken directly from, web browse, direct experience of people, commentaries, etc. And this one, it involves more creativity and the model is forced to came up with new ideas, original ideas, etc. Well, original ideas that are in the internet, but anyway. Remember, for fact checking, these tools may not be the most adequate. Take a look at this video about Perplexity AI, the search engine that can solve this problem. And that's all. You know what I always miss in these testings? Humor and more creative stuff. So click in the following video if you want to see Claude versus GPT-4o in ridiculous scenarios. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I see you in the next one. Stay kind.